Hello, everyone on YouTube land. This is Donnie Callahan from DJC FILMZ, and I wanted to make myself presentable because for a while I've been trying to get around to doing whenever I can a update video of what's going on with updates for more Superman behind the scenes footage and a bunch of other cool stuff in the runs. I wanted to take time here just to get some people on here and see that we got one already watching, and but no. So, anyways, let me kind of give you a little bit of a synopsis of what this video is going to be about. Basically, I'm just going to give you some good updates on the movies that we're working on, following after Superman World War, and of course some other updates as far as projects, and also too I'd like to hear your feedbacks on your comments, and definitely appreciate anybody that is putting their 2 cents in. So yeah, so anyways, since we got one on here already still, I'll give it a start here. It'll probably come and go, but that's okay. So anyways, DJC FILMZ right now is have been taking hiatus off of projects lately. Not very recent. I mean, we've been busy. We've been doing a lot. Even for myself, I've been an associate producer for the upcoming feature called Vengeur, which is Retro Hawk Productions, directed by Dustin Hawkins. Definitely something that I would love for you guys to check out, which I will send you guys the link to, which it's a Facebook page. Give it a follow. It's definitely something from the director's standpoint of what he is doing with this film is phenomenal. I'm so happy to be part of the project as the associate producer. We just shot one of the scenes in St. Louis about a couple weekends ago, and I mean, the shots are looking fantastic, and I love the story, how it goes around about. For anybody that does not know Vengeur, basically the kind of quick way of explaining what it is about is pretty much this woman from the Dark Ages. Her father, the king, is murdered by this Dark Lord, who she goes after from generation to generation for vengeance. And it's so awesome. We hit from Dark Ages to medieval times to industrial times to Western, and then turns out to be modern, and it's so awesome, guys. I can't go enough more about how awesome it is. So definitely check out the Facebook page on that, and it'll also have the links to the official website and more about the project and some cool stuff we've been cooking up in the realms. So by all means, give it a shout out. And then of course too, Evade is the next project that we're working on. We've been on pre-production on that for a while, but I can say that it's looking really good. We just dropped the trailer not too long ago. I'm going to give you guys that Facebook link to that as well. You can check that out. And then I'm also going to share the teaser trailer that we just uploaded not too long ago by KE Films, which is the other production company that is joining on our stream, or not joining our stream, but joining with us on the project. I'm sorry, I'm looking at two different things at once. I definitely am making sure everything comes smoothly and surely. But for the most part, no, yeah, KE Films and DJC FILMZ has once again joined forces right after Superman World War, and I'm so excited. Even after Superman World War, it's hit over 3 million views, and I am floored. I could not be more blessed. I could not be more happier, and I thank you to all those that have been commenting and sharing. I mean, this is just fantastic. I mean, it's been a dream come true of making a film like this, and just really happy to see the results that come through. So please, guys, if anybody has questions, comments, by all means, I will read them and I will respond to them. I am just, really want to hear you guys out. And I do apologize for my tardiness with video updates because recently my father, Jeff Callahan, who's the executive producer of Superman World War and also co-writer as well, he is taking turn for the worse on health, and it's not looking really good. But anybody on here that knows Jeff Callahan, he is, the most amazing man anybody's ever met. He would be the guy that just, puts his, jacket over your shoulder, or, make sure you're taken care of. But he also had a voice too. And for my father, it's, he's went above and beyond 200% of being the father that we wish for. And sorry, that was a Roma thing going off on me, so I do apologize for that. But please, anybody jumping on here, let me hear your questions, comments about anything that's going to be about Superman World War, or if there's something about, maybe what would you like to see from DJC Films or KE Films, by all means, definitely give it a look out, because I would love to, answer questions and be able to do as best as I can to give you all my ability and everything. So I'm also right now going to share the teaser trailer to Evade right there. So, and then I'm also going to try to invite some more people on as well. So let me get on here, throw this out there. I want to try to get some more people to flow in. And of course, I will repeat this information as well. So by all means, if anybody's not just tuning in, don't worry, I'm going to cover probably like another round here. So by all means, stick around. So here we go. Gotta get that live stream, get that here. All right, cool. Here we go. So close that, and then DJC FILMZ. Okay. So anyways, who's all on here? I'd love to hear your voice, and I'd love to hear what questions and comments you have. I definitely will love to hear about it. And then of course too, okay, here we go. So with that being said, boom, sent. All right, cool. So we got one person. I know there's somebody watching, and if you got a question, please, by all means, or a comment, by all means. And anybody that is a film fan or a Superman fan, I love to hear what you have to say about it, whether it be constructive criticism or good things about it or what you didn't like. Giving myself a rating on directing this film, I felt like, during the production, I felt like, kind of a C minus, because there was a lot of things going on, and still trying to put the effort into working on this movie, making it happen, and, doing everything we can, spending as much time on the project as possible with the resources we had and all that. So with that being said, for me as a directorial debut on this movie, it really was an eye-opener. I really did have a lot of fun working on it, but also there were challenges as well, but that makes you even better of a filmmaker, and you see a lot of things that you may have not seen before, and catch things. And even too, I go on other productions, as a PA or assistant director, and there's always something I'm learning every day. So by all means, I would love to keep working on doing more movies and really make some really good stories for everybody. And we got Unicorn Princess. How are you doing? Yes. Oh yes. Hi. How are you? How's your mom? Carrie Miller. This is Unicorn Princess 99. That is Carrie Miller's daughter. How we doing? And we got Darth Payne. Here we go. Andrew Williams. Oh, yeah, good. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Yes, everybody's rolling up on here. So, everybody that's just now joining, I'm giving the updates right now about the future of DJC Films. Like I said, there's 3 productions, actually 2 productions in the works right now that I am in the role with. First off is Vunjur Retro Hawk Productions by Dustin Hawkins. Such a really, really awesome, fantastic film. Definitely, anybody that has wanted to learn more about these projects, in the description here in the comment section that I put up first, definitely check it out. Vunjur. Thomas says hi. Hey, what's up, Thomas? How you doing? Good to see you here. And then my friend John Fears recommended your channel to me. Really liked Superman World War. Thank you so much, Dirth. I really appreciate it. Yeah, no, working on the movie itself, the story is just not like any other. And I was, very happy the fact that when working on this project for Superman World War, there was a lot of hoops of thinking, what could be done differently. And me and my dad, I think my dad was more of the driving horse of finding something more unique to the flavor of the film. And with being that we have Hitler going up against Superman, it's like, the all-time way of putting the two together and against the super soldiers and mutant Nazis. I mean, there was just so much inspiration. And even, too, I think during filming production, we started hearing about filming from other productions that are kind of doing similar stuff, like J.J. Abrams' film that just came out recently. That was about, super soldier Nazis and all that. I got to look it up. But no, it's, it was really well done. That was kind of some of our inspiration from that. And then Mom says hi. Hey, Carrie, how are you doing, dear? So yeah, with the movie itself, I was just so happy, and having not just my father on the writing, but Laura Candace, who brought a little bit more of the flair into Carrie Miller's role of Lois Lane. The sassy, the Rosie the Riveter type of gal. Just never really took crap from nobody. So I was really happy how Carrie portrayed it. She really brought the strength into the role, and it really made me feel very proud as a director to have not only an award-winning cast, but also, in my heart, an award-winning crew. And despite of all the little glitches that we had on the film, I know audio was kind of off, and sometimes there was something that didn't make sense to some people, but nonetheless, overall, the story holds up to this day, and the number, and ain't just my words, that I put out there. It's everybody that puts their comments up there, and I know there's some people that don't get it too, but at the same time, it's yours has a really good thing when he says on set, "God bless you," putting with you in his antics. Yes, Dirth. Yeah, no, yeah. There's yeah. Johnny was a very helpful individual, especially being behind the scenes on a lot of our on our sets and everything. Kevin Caliber, who is also a producer on this movie, he suggested to bring Johnny on here, and Johnny was just such a great help on giving coverage on the movie, and even too throughout the film festivals and circuits everywhere that we went. He was always doing the best he covered, except for Metropolis. But however, Metropolis has had a lot of journalists up from New York and Australia covering us on our movie. So this was really awesome. Let's see. Hey, her response, she doesn't take crap from nobody. I don't. Right. No, nobody. Yeah, nobody should take crap from you, Carrie. You know that. Yeah, so, but yeah, otherwise, no, the film really soared, and the actors did such a great job portraying their character. Everybody on this put their 100%, no, 200% on there. We've won 5 awards, like I mentioned, Carrie Miller for Best Actress, Best Supporting Actor, Scott Michael Dunn for Hitler. Goodness gracious, Hitler was mad in this role. Some people thought, it was a little campy, and anybody that's, saying about, how campy it might have been for the movie, even too, I was reading or listening to a podcast, somebody was like, if they won this many awards, how do they take it seriously? And, by all means, in my eyes, from the perspective of the film, I really wanted to kind of stay in that serial, somewhat campy, but also blending in the drama involved. And of course, with Hitler's character, even though he was more reserved and kind of more, keeping everything mostly in, but then blurring stuff out. I kind of cranked the dial on that because I felt this is Hitler's moment. This is his way of, like after, losing probably World War II, he's, trying to do right by trying to revamp the super soldier program. And with Metallo was kind of like his one way of making, the ultimate Superman. I mean, it makes sense because the overall film, like I said, has to feel campy. And I kind of wanted to, and even to me and my dad thought about how we wanted to roll with it and who our target audiences are, and not just the younger generation, but also the baby boomers that definitely enjoy that sort of thing. And, I'm glad that we done something really well with that. She's laughing. Congrats. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Kevin was the perfect guy for the lead role. Fear wasn't joking when he said he was insanely handsome. No, Kevin's a really good-looking dude. I mean, the guy does bodybuilding. He does muscle competitions down in Venice Beach. He won first place this year, and I think he's taken this year off. But even too, working with Kevin, he is such a cool dude. I love the dude like a brother from another mother. So, by all means, working with him has been such a pleasure. I learned so much from him, not just, from his acting, but also, his insight from, working on Hollywood sets, because he's worked on, the haves and have-nots. He's also been on Future Man. He's been on Supergirl, which kind of got him the job for this. So it kind of really fell into place. But necessarily, just to point it out, it's one of those things you really, really have to work with a team that you really enjoy. And Kevin was definitely one of those guys. Yes, he is. Absolutely. The dude, 4'4", 6'4". Hey, as someone who worked in the industry, I know as well as anyone, just completing the film in general is hard enough. Congrats on getting it done. Hey, the dude, 4'4", 6'4", I appreciate it. There's definitely a lot of, works in the fire to make it all happen, and just to get it done is, by all means, to get it done. Otherwise, if we sat around and not really completed it, even too, I had maybe about probably about a year to complete it. But for the premiere of it in St. Louis that we did it for friends and family, we did about like a couple months in with the project and in post-production. And we have it probably done 80% of it, and we showed it, and we kept them in mind to like, hey, get your feel on this. And everybody still loved it. Even too, we had a kid at the premiere say it was way better storyline than Man of Steel, and I was freaking for it. Tracy, Carrie, I'm giving her a shout out too. So, hey man, great work on Superman World War. I watched it a couple months ago. Very happy for you. Your crew were able to pull it off. My buddy John Fears was on BTS work and PA work. Yeah, I was just mentioning about Johnny earlier. Johnny's an awesome guy to have on set. Just very energetic. Wants to, help out and do it all by means. So thank you, Johnny. If you're watching this, I'll keep this up in post. But yeah, Johnny's a real good guy, and I really do appreciate his work. Not to mention getting it done and dealing with fears bugging you the whole time on set. No, I mean, like, for the well, from what people have said, he was like, always, hey, can I help you here? Can I help you there? And even time he would come up to me. But for my personality, usually I'm just able to kind of, and even too, there's times that, I'd be working, he'd be like, hey, hey, hey. And it's like, hold your horses. Let me get to this and I get to you. But he means well. He really means well, honestly. I mean, for me, I'm such an understanding person. And for somebody, I'm like the people director. There's always there's always those directors that have different vibes on set that they give off. Either they're kind of more the technical directors, just want to work with all the crew and everything, and just give a few notes to the actors. But for me, I'm a people actor or people director. I mean, I could be acting, but who knows? I mean, my IMDb has more acting credits than directing credits, so to speak. But no, being a director, you kind of have to bring that good vibe on set, no matter where you are, whether you're on behind the camera or in front of the camera. You got to give that direction, and got to have a team full force of working with people, and having that passion to flow through with your crew really helps get the day strong. So it turned out great. Thank you, dear. Love the movie. People person. Yeah, people person is my whole thing. And despite of working with 30 people on set, most of the people half the people on there I've known and worked with before, and the other half, it's just everybody kind of knew each other. So it felt like family, and I felt that was the theme of what we wanted to have on our set, is to make it feel like family. And even still to this day, we're all Facebook friends. I keep them updated. I still keep that secret page that I have with my crew and cast, just to keep updates on anything about, like, hey, we got a showing coming up, or hey, this is happening, that's happening. So I mean, we keep ourselves in time. And even too, we've done a lot of different things. So by all means, we definitely enjoy all that. So yeah, dude, that advice that Zack Snyder gave me on set, just to be around with people. Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, girth thing. Yeah, I can tell the way you're really passionate about filmmaking, which is something you don't really get from these big studios nowadays. Keep grinding on, brother. Hey, appreciate it, Girth. You're awesome. Yeah, no, that's a thing in independent films. We tend to have a strive for just being passionate by telling just a good story, and it definitely shows. Even too, I mean, there's some good filmmakers that tell great stories, but they might not have the greatest resources on cameras or anything. But nonetheless, it's all about the story, folks. Anybody that's on here and wants to say differ, that's your opinion. I'm always willing to listen. But I mean, at the end of the day, no matter what it is, if you're telling a good story, that's what's going to hold. But even too, I know that the other thing is audio, and there's always something about audio that kind of throws you off. I mean, visuals can be anything, but if you can tell a good story and have decent audio, then you're on the roll. Knowing from just you about 3 years, you're always great to see whether it's cons just around. Sorry about jumping you into anime too. No, you're cool. You're cool, Andrew. No, yeah, and that's the thing. I love going to these Comic-Con conventions. Any sorts of anime cons, or Comic-Con, Wizard World. It's just really great, because you get, and that's kind of where you dive in and kind of want to know where the fans are, because they are the ones that filmmakers have to listen to about, like, what do you want to see. And even too, I go to some of the panels to listen about from studios or people like actors, like what would you say, what's your take on this? It's like, well, I could love doing this and I love doing that. Dank Mimi Time Machine. I watch anime when I take a nap, though. Hey, can't go wrong with anime when you're going on a nap. It's even too, I've done that a couple of times back in like, I was, what was it? I was watching something. I think I was watching Dragon Ball Z like a couple weeks ago, and I fell asleep to it. And I mean, I was enjoying it, but it was. I mean, I felt really good napping after that, and it was like really, really late at night that I was working. So no, it was a really good way to Yeah, I mean, if you're watching anime or something good on TV, definitely it puts you in a good sleep. Television puts you in a good sleep. Anyways, other news. The reasons that I have not posted up a lot of behind the scenes for Superman lately, or much of any other videos. Um, right now, I've been taking time off from filmmaking lately, especially after a couple weeks ago. My dad, Jeff Callahan, the executive producer, is not well. He's been pretty ill from these past, 2 or 3 months, and um, we can only hope for the best for him. So if you put him in your prayers, or your juju, positive vibes universe, anybody that's got a belief, just send out good prayers for him. Um, yeah, he's been fighting prostate cancer and a few other things that came on top. So um, yeah, I'm just trying to focus on family right now. So I do apologize if I haven't posted much lately on videos on here, but I promise you guys um, there will be more videos just within time. I really want to start doing some skits and other short films, and then um, and a lot of people have asked, what's going on with Superman World War as far as a sequel, and I've heard a lot of people say about um, we want to see a sequel. Guys, honestly, I want to do a sequel. I love to do it, but it's got to be, the right script, and also too the budget's got to be there. Otherwise, I just can't do it. And I know that I got the team for it, but at the same time, to tell a good story and having the budget that we need is necessary. So at the moment, right now, Superman World War sequel is not in interest in the time being for DJC Films. Although it's been crews have been asking about it too, got everybody rolling and thinking about it. So, but all by means, right now we're just not talking much about it right now. Sorry to hear that. My thoughts and prayers. Hope he gets better. Thank you. Um, Talking about the movie a little bit on the project that I'm working on. Oh, really? Yeah, Unicorn Princess. Yes. All right. Good deal. Good deal. Yeah, I have to hear more about that. Hope he gets better. Thank you, dear. Love you. Yes, it's in a limbo. Yeah, limbo. That's a perfect way to describe it, Andrew. Yeah, a limbo. We'll put it that way. Yeah, everything's just kind of in awe. And then even too with Evade, we're holding off production, especially in these times right now as well. But we're looking to start filming around next year in January or February. Just got to keep corresponding with the team and getting all that prepped up and whatnot. So um, yeah. So in the meantime, Evade will be in production very shortly. And we've been filming some stuff here and there. Like I said, if you go scrolling all the way to the top, you can see the trailer as well of what we caught on so far and what we shot. Don, how is the filmmaking scene out there in Missouri? Or whether you are, I'm out here in LA, and if you need advice, feel free to DM me. The dude 44464. To answer your question, the scene here in St. Louis, um, it's starting to like the more. I mean, for about like 10 years of my experience going into different productions, I'm starting to see um, more of a spurt. I think since after Superman World War, I started seeing more of the independent film scene a little bit on the underground side and also in the student side. And there's a lot of great opportunities on there. But as far as holding the budget and everything, it's still really hard to get a budget around here in the Midwest. Um, but I do see it happen on short films where there's like like $1,000 here and there or stuff like that. But for Superman, we did it for $30,000, and that was just coming from me and my dad. We pitched in as much as we could overall. But no, yeah, I mean, for the most part, it's a good scene if you get with the right people, for sure. It's nothing like LA. That's That's what I can promise you. It's not like as fast pacing to make things a little bit more insightful, but there is passion. There is a lot of art and a lot of good thought into what people really want to see out of a movie, and that's a story. And for me, being a St. Louis filmmaker, that makes me more proud than anything. So I'm always willing to help people in the smaller markets. I actually offered your friend Fears a job out here once, but he was let's see, unreceptive. Always willing to help out any questions you have, man. Hey, I appreciate it. Yeah, we'll have to link up for sure. See, Lois just stole Unicorn phone. How about a Superman prequel short about U-boat off the East Coast? Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah, that'd be something. Yeah, that'd be something. Even never thought about a prequel, but I mentioned that too, Carrie. You're a rare commodity. I'm gonna take that as a good compliment. And yeah, knowing from Andrew, it's a good compliment. But no, yeah, for me, I've been out in LA, a few times here and there, just to kind of visit and stuff. But even too, last time when I was out there, I jumped on working on Job Guys with Kevin Caliber and some of his partners from what is it, Digital Myth. Yeah, Digital Myth is the company that I've been working on. Kevin Caliber has a film production out there as well. It's more small scale, but still kind of like what we do here in the Midwest. But still, it's really cool that they're doing like a online web series that'll be coming out on October 1st, which is called Job Guys. And they did a few shorts that I helped out on that I worked and I was very pleased on. And one was called A Deal, and then the other one was I can't remember. It was like a skit about like the afterlife or something like that, and it was so hilarious, a comedic part. But see, I agree with that prequel. I would love to see that. That'd be so cool. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, no. As far as like I said, with the St. Louis Midwest scene, there is definitely a lot of good passion. I think there's a lot of good people here that will be able to do good work. We just need that almost a financial backing in a sense, but even too, we're able to MacGyver our way through making a film somehow, some way. So, but definitely, I'd love to see some growth. And I know, like, just not too long ago, I think earlier this year, they passed the Senate to have ascended taxes for filmmakers to come here. And while that's a stepping stone in the right direction, I feel like there's still some struggles to film it around here for some reason. I mean, there's a lot of good architecture, especially in St. Louis. There's so much good architecture in like downtown St. Louis, Soulard area. It's I gotta say, if I were a production designer working on a specific movie, even too, Superman World War was all filmed mainly in St. Louis, and yeah, there was some really great locations, especially as like for the main fight scene. We filmed that downtown, right by the graffiti wall, under the First Street, I believe it was, and it was like under this industrial train tracks, that had all that, and even too, there's a working train that was working above us, so we were insured on that and everything. So there's places everywhere. Even too, we went to St. Charles Commemorative Air Force. The people there were so humble, so nice. They were just willing to be part of the movie and just wanted to help out any way they can. And I went out there and I did whatever it was I could to see that there was a plane and getting the I'm trying to think, the staff car, and then even too, we had some weapons on there on set that we took out from the museum. They let us use with such grace, and I was so happy, So you were American. I have a photo shoot there next week. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely give that a check out. Yeah, it's always great sightseeing on some of these locations. Really, even too for photographers, even for myself, I'm a photographer as well, and there's so many great locations even for filming that I would recommend, depending what movie you're working on and stuff. So with that being said, it's definitely something to really get a rock and roll. Oh, Gambit time. Oh, yeah, there you go. Well, that's your kind of thing, though, Andrew. Yeah, you definitely rock out in Gambit all day, every day, bro. You know, got to keep that going. So, but I'm gonna jump off here here in just a second, but I want to kind of wrap things up here around. But yeah, like I said, Vungure is in the works right now. It's in production and it's looking so good. I cannot wait to see how this all comes around about. Um, Dustin Hawkins, I worked with since the beginning of my career, actually, and that's how I knew Carrie and a few other people from there, and I just kind of started. And working a couple weeks ago on set was just kind of like a full circle of everything, you know, like, hey, I'm still working in the industry after, 9 or 10 years, and it's pretty amazing. So with that, I really, there's a lot of good ways to think, I'm still doing what I love doing. But at the moment right now, yeah, taking the season off and just taking the more of the time off so I can do some prep work, take some family time and everything. But no, guys, thank you all so much to the YouTube land. Anybody watching this after, I appreciate your views. I appreciate your love. I appreciate everything that has made Superman World War to be, because you, the fans, and you, the cast and crew watching this, and friends and family, you guys made this happen, for us. And we're at 16,000 subscribers on here, so I'm really excited. So anyways, I'm going to jump off here, but hopefully I can do another update pretty soon if I can. Otherwise, I'll try to do some more updates probably sometime in October or November and try to keep you guys in the loop. But I do appreciate you guys also being patient with me and just be able to hold on for a little bit until everything kind of slows on the roll and everything. So, but no, I appreciate you guys so much. Without you guys, it's not possible. So, but anyways, to everybody, thank you so much. And I will see you again next time. This is Donnie Callahan from DJC FILMZ, signing out.